There you go.
Hi, everybody. My name is Mackenzie Finneran, and I'm an intern with Fireland Forward. Today, we're going to be talking about managing for employee retention. So the problem is that organizations and companies are facing high turnover rates and are having trouble retaining employees due to manager and employer relationships. So one of the issues is that the relationship between managers and employees is struggling, and it's not very great right now at some companies. Many employees do not feel seen and heard by their managers, which tends to bring problems to the workplace. These can be feelings of hostility towards manager or company, lack of motivation and engagement, inconsistency in attendance, burnout, and lack of loyalty to their employers. So those problems can add up and lead to serious damage in the overall company when it comes to a company's reputation and finances. So in a study that Gallup did, they reported that the cost of replacing an individual employee can range from 1/2 to 2 times the employee's annual salary, and that's a conservative estimate. So as you can imagine, if you have more than one employee who's quitting in any given year, that's going to add up pretty quick. So manager and employee relationships play a large role in this workforce issue of job retention. In a couple studies, employees actually reported that over half of them reported that their managers didn't talk to them, or their companies really didn't have good communication with them, and that if it would have been a little bit better, that they would have stayed. So one of the things that companies can do is to make sure that their employees feel important to the company or organization. So employees are more likely to be satisfied and productive if they feel that there is value behind their work. So according to a research project by Rutgers University, 2/3 of students prioritize that their potential career could contribute to society and make the world a better place when searching for work. And also, when employees are proud of what they do and they love the company where they work, they naturally become brand promoters. So they can spread the word that this is a good company to work for and get more people to come and work. Another thing is building psychological safety in the workplace. So psychological safety is defined as a shared belief held by members of a team that others on the team will not embarrass, reject, or punish you for speaking up. And employees who feel psychologically safe in the workplace are more likely to put forth their full effort and have higher performance because there will be a trusting relationship between them and their employers. So Project Aristotle, which was a very big research project conducted by Google, they studied what actually makes a high performing team. And they found that a variety of human-centered traits were ultimately what made teams highly effective, and psychological safety also ranked the highest every time. So employees should work to build a sense of community and camaraderie within their business organizations. So building a company culture and hosting events and activities such as open houses, family days, community service days, holiday parties, and anything that will make the employees feel important and valued by their organization. The one thing they can focus on is company culture. So the set of values and standards that the company and organization holds themselves to, and community and philanthropy. So service days and activities where everyone in the community participates in providing to a local organization. So these can be like food drives, Habitat for Humanity, and just the idea of being something bigger than yourself, and family activity days. So these can be days hosted by the company where families and loved ones are invited to events such as open houses, picnics, holiday parties, etc. So now we have Bill Condo from MTD Products, and if you'd like to introduce yourself and just talk a little bit about what your company does to make sure that these things are being done and make their employees feel important.
Thank you for letting me
share a few minutes of my day with you today, Mackenzie. MTD is a privately owned company. We make outdoor power equipment, and we're privately owned. A company that MTD is striving to continue to be is a Christian-based company. Before many of our meetings, there's prayer, which isn't very common today in the workplace. And if a retiree or employee passes away, we stop the whole plant and have a moment of silence with prayer as well. So the culture we're trying to drive for is one of a big family. We have a lot of new employees here due to a huge increase in business. We just about doubled the size of our employee base in the last year. So we have a lot of folks who've been here 20, 30, 40 years. And then we also have a large number that's been here less than 1 year, about 500 to 600 of those people as well. So we try our very best to communicate with employees on a very regular basis. We have line leads and supervisors, HR. We spend a lot of our day every day trying to solve problems that come up with employees because life happens. Children get sick. They need to leave for a variety of reasons. And so we bend over backwards to work with them so that they can fit that into their work schedule. We have company picnics. We do different community events, as you was just talking about, Mackenzie. We do food bank drives. Last winter, we had a sock drive. We was able to donate over 1,000 pairs of socks to 6 different local charities in Huron, Lorain, and Seneca County. So we do a lot of fun stuff here. We do a lot of appreciation lunches here. With COVID, we don't serve it ourselves. We have that catered in where it's already pre-packaged, but employees really seem to like that a lot. We do have challenges with employees, getting the number of employees we need. We're no different than a lot of other companies. We, in the last year and a half, have raised our wages pretty significantly. We have increased our retention bonus, our sign-on bonuses. We didn't see a whole lot of movement there until we got it up to around $2,500. If you work 120 days, then you're eligible to receive that sign-on bonus. All those things are really retention. We're keeping a really high percentage of those folks here. We have a lot of companies have employee assistance programs. We have one of those here as well. One of the things that MTD does different than maybe some other companies is we have a support foundation. So if someone's going through a hard time, some kind of life-altering event, whether it's fire, flood, a death, some kind of disability or accident that's affected them, you can apply for a grant. And MTD supplies a lot of the, only here in Willard, Huron County, but also in our other locations throughout United States, North America, and Europe and Australia, all over the place. And so we reach out and help a lot of people that our employees or family members of our employees. And we, in all of the locations where we are located, we do a lot in the community through formal type of events, Chamber of Commerce type of things. And also, if we are aware of some kind of hardship in the community, we will step in. It's not uncommon if somebody's going through hard times that there'll be a pickup trucks full of lawnmowers and snow blowers, whatever shows up with someone's house if they're having a difficult time. So we try to stay really connected to the community, and it helps retention, as to your point or you made earlier, where people feel, like they're making a difference, not only in the lives of themselves, but of their employees, but people in the community as well. And MTD does a really good job of reaching out, not only to employees, but people in the community to help them through some difficult times, which we all go through at some point.
Great here. Well, that's all I had to ask you today. So if you don't have any closing remarks, thank you for coming on. And
all right, well, appreciate you letting me share a few minutes. And obviously, every company needs good employees, and the better job employees do, obviously, the better job the company will be able to do as well. So thanks for having me on for a few minutes today.
thank you.